Alright, so now you should be able to see a little bit more because I have the drop down menus here. Also open up the history window. I wanted to tell you a little bit about that. This way you can go back if you make mistakes later in the line and can't use Command Z anymore. So you can see these are some things I screwed up and then had to go back to start over. You can look and see where it was and then click forward on that. You can erase these, but this will just give you, it saves about 20 history states, so you can go back about 20 steps, or you can change that to a little more. But just wanted to make you aware of that in case you need to go back and change things. I'm going to move that out of the way for right now. But let's get to flattening our image and making our slideshow. So yes, the first thing we have to do is flatten the image. Right now it's an image with 4 images on top. We really want it just to be one image. It's going to make it easier to work with and give us a little bit better quality. So we go under Layer, and it's going to be right below the frame here, right between this Merge Down and Merge Visible. It says Flatten Image. You'll select that, and now you have a flat image, one single image. And we need to bring up our timeline so we'll be able to make the slideshow. So under Window, select Timeline, and this will pop up. Now it may say Create Frame Animation down here. To change it to Create Video Timeline, you just click on this guy and select Create Video Timeline. Hit this button, and now you've got a frame. It might not look like this. Since I've worked on this before, it went back to kind of a default setting I had. So it'll probably just be a little small clip. But what we can do is drag this out. I want it to be about 15 seconds. Oh, come on. I'll make this bigger so I can drag it out quicker. $15, and then yes, you can use this to zoom in a little closer. There, when I see the 10 and 20 frames, every 10 frames it shows a marker. That's kind of where I want to be. Alright, so one of the nice things here in CS6 is some of these motion options you have. You click on that little square, pops this up, and we want to select rotate and zoom. That'll give us a little flair to our slideshow. So rotate and zoom, click off of that, and we can see as we drag through it's added a little bit of animation to our picture. Alright, going back, I'm going to move to the 2-second mark here. And now I'm going to go in, I need to have the video selected, and then use Free Transform, Command T. See my little box pops up. I can move this out. Get it so I have this corner and turn it. Hold Shift and pull this out. That'll keep the size how I want it. Make it a little bit bigger and put it in place. And then I'll hit the check mark. I'm going to open this guy down here, and this will show my keyframes. So what keyframes are kind of a guide through the process. I like to think of it as like if you were taking a trip from Radford to California, you wouldn't just go in a straight line. You'd make stops along the way. So if you pulled off on the Grand Canyon, that would be a separate stop. That's what each keyframe is. It's telling you each of the little stops along the way to hit, and it'll fill it. Photoshop will fill in the information between. So if we look, it's filled in that info right there. So next, I'm going to give it a second there Then I want to click and give it another keyframe. Then I want to skip to 5 seconds. And now I want to go to another picture. So I use Command T again. And, oops, don't want to grab that guy. Grab this picture. Go to this guy over here. Turn it again. That kind of centered up. Alright, nice. And we'll put a keyframe there. Oh, gotta hit the check mark up here. And it goes ahead and puts a keyframe there for me. Alright, now we'll move a second along here. Put another keyframe in. Then we'll go 2 more seconds. And we'll go to the next picture. Remember, hit Command T again. Let's go to this one down here. Let's make it a little bigger. Get it in place. Put a little bit more room. There we go. Hit the check mark. The keyframe pops up. We go another second. Add a keyframe. 2 more seconds. We'll go to the last picture. So Command T again. Have to zoom out a little bit here. Remember to hold Shift. Let's go back in a little to see what it looks like. Alright, nice. Hit our check mark. We go another second. Add a keyframe. And then I'm going to go to the end here. And do Command T again, and I'm going to get us back to the full picture. Need to go smaller. There we go. Hit our check mark. See a little edge on there I want to take care of. Let's just make it a little bigger so I don't run into that problem. Check mark. You can see kind of my animation as I went through that. Alright, so I'm going to want to go ahead and save right here. So I've got something, and let's just play it. It's going to be a little bumpy the first time because it's kind of rendering that out itself. But you can see it's figured out all the frames in between. Now let's look at it a little bit bigger. You can see how this is a little bit more exciting. There's a little bit more to it than your average slideshow. Make for some interesting presentation.